YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. We're gonna do some more no evidence to prepare ourselves for doing the ultimate ghost guide, where I'm gonna explain everything about every single ghost. I did a no evidence run recently, and that was also to prepare myself for the exact same thing. However, that made me question my abilities, because when we did those no evidence challenge runs, we ended up losing so many times because the ghosts were incredibly difficult. Even with 2,000 hours of Phasmophobia, I still got stumped by some of those ghosts, which was actually a lot of fun and very educational for me. So if you want to see that one, I'll link it over in the top right. However, this one, we return to see if we can actually do it properly this time. So we are indeed ready for the ghost guide. So we're going to be doing some no evidence, putting all our abilities to the test. I love this challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you join us. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop into the game. Let's go. Alrighty, we got Judy Thompson. Now we're starting on Ridgeview this time. Don't usually see me start on Ridgeview. I'm still gonna have an EMF because with the custom difficulty, we will never get any evidence, which means this is like such a fun way to play. I highly recommend trying it out, especially in a group, to like bounce some ideas off each other to see if you can do the ultimate challenge. It's like the ultimate challenge to see if you know every ghost by heart, because there's like almost no ghosts that you can't figure out this way. Like, you could technically figure all of them out. There's, however, a few where it can take a technically infinite amount of time to figure out if it's that ghost, which sometimes fools me, which is exactly what happened last time. I got absolutely fooled by a banshee. I got fooled by... What other ghost got me fooled? Oh, okay. Well... And just like that, it's down to 3 ghosts. It's a wraith, it's a phantom, or a banshee. Because it's doing some shenanigans, and it's right on top of my ass doing... This is why using the EMF is so fun, that you can do that now. Because it makes it a lot more realistic to what type of stuff you could do in a normal game. We just put it up to the extreme because we can't use any evidence. But in the previous no evidence, where we had to like artificially not use any cursed possession or not use any evidence items, we could never know that. We didn't know if there was EMF. All right, I'm gonna bring some salt because we might be dealing with a wraith here, and I want to know where it is. We're gonna also bring that, and I'm gonna bring some I mean, I guess it's just gonna step in the salt, right? Let me bring a cam so we know if it's a mimic or not. I eliminate all ghosts but 3 because it just, I mean, the EMF 2 had no reason. There was nothing around me. Excuse me. I swear I saw orbs for like a split second, but I bamboozled myself. All right, ghost, where are you at? Talk to me. We have a voodoo doll, right? Let's pull 1 pin. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, everyone's always like, it could be a mimic. Oh, knock on the window. Here? Oh, it's in the living room. Wait, maybe. Okay, that's suspicious, but because it's very close. Put some salt. Are you wraith? Are you a wraith, perchance, or a mimic? Indeed, mimic is the easiest by far, or no evidence, because you will just get orbs. I don't think it's mimic, guys. No mimic. All right, could you give us a sign? I'm gonna bring a paramic as well in case if it is a banshee. There's all these ghosts, by the way, I didn't really explain, but all these ghosts have an ability where they can either walk or teleport to you. The Banshee can teleport or walk to the target. I think it's a walk, not a teleport. Phantom can walk to a random target, doesn't have to be the target, and the Wraith will teleport to a random player's location, sometimes. So that's how you can figure them out. Now I'm gonna bring a motion sensor, see if it's gonna step in the salt. I should also bring a paramic. The smudge stick is not gonna be useful right away. Bring a paramic, bring more salt. Maybe it's a wraith. I mean, it didn't step in the salt right away. That would be an easy one. That's just like, that is the classic. If I think of no evidence runs, honestly, I always think of wraith. Like, wraith is my first. Like, it's probably the most common ghost that people figure out using no evidence, because it's such a well-known ability that it can't step in the salt. I think it's a wraith. Can you give us a sign? Can you talk to me? Do one more step on the motion sensor, because it stepped on it before I placed all the salt. I mean, who am I fooling? Wraith cannot step in the salt at all anymore, which actually returned the daily objective Yep, there you go. All right, so it is a wraith in this case. The new wraith that can no longer ever step in the salt, but it's still just as obvious. The only thing you have to do now, like I think before they did the update with the wraith, it was extremely easy to figure out wraith because all you had to do was just get it to step in the salt, take the photo of the salt, and you didn't even have to be there at the time to see if it. I think this one is honestly easier than it used to be in the past. Because in the past, the ghost would step in the salt, but you couldn't take a photo of the salt pile. So you would have to like be there at the time that it did footsteps and then see if it didn't leave a UV footprint. But when you could take the photo of the salt, it became a whole lot easier because it would never show footprints. But yeah, there you go, Wraith, which also, if I can get controls over my computer again. Thank you. Also, it definitely did one ability, right? There you go. It did one ability right at the start where it teleported to us. That is why we got the EMF too. All right, very clean. Let's go to Tanglewood now, the classic map, and get another ghost. I mean, that was just a warm up. That's a super easy run. How many? We got Michael Lavender. Hi there, Michael and Lavender. Dev name. I want to see like a Banshee, the return of the Banshee. I want to get a rematch and actually figure it out this time. Can you give us a sign? No ghost. Love how the game looks. No tarot cards. I'm glad there's no tarot cards. I also think no evidence is such a good way to like learn the game. Not necessarily, I think, doing it. Like if you don't know the knowledge, you can't just figure it out. Like Phasmo is one of those games where you kind of have to know it or to apply the knowledge. Like it's very rare that you will just randomly figure something out. Like I still learn a lot about the game, but it's usually like small tricks. It's not like, oh, I just figured out a new hidden ability of this ghost, because we kind of already know everything about the game. So there's no reason that you have to like figure it all out yourself. And you can kind of stand on the shoulders of other gamers who have already figured it out. Now that shoe is not supposed to be like that, so this is the ghost location, I guess. But I think it's like the most educational thing to watch, personally. Like, and also it's very satisfying, like to figure out the ghost without evidence. It feels like you're really cracking, like you're a super detective. We're gonna start off with the immediate video cam every time because we don't want to be dicking around for a while and then just have like, oh wait, it's actually just the. It's just the Mimic after all, after we've spent like 10 minutes. Mimic is just a freebie. Oh. Number 3. I'm gonna put this in the hallway. In the middle. Cannot avoid my salt. Can you give us a sign? Focus. Lots of throws. Very long EMF. I guess it just happened as soon as I entered. We got a hiding spot? More throws? Come on, do a polter throw. If you're gonna be a poltergeist, show it. I mean, seems likely. Can you give us a sign? That is a lot of stuff. Do another one. Constant EMF. Not letting down. It's not EMF 5. These are not very big throws, though. They're just regular throws. Okay. If it is a Moroi, we are now cursed, which is going to be useful. Okay, it's not a Wraith. I'm going to take another photo. It'll be a 3-star, right? Nice. I'm just going to assume this is also going to be a 3-star. Wait, that was an interaction, by the way. That's fun. Okay, let me leave real quick, grab some other stuff. I don't think it's a Banshee. I mean, that was one of the Whispers. I've made the rule now that we need to get at least 4 Whispers before we rule out Banshee, because I've been hurt one too many times. I've been bamboozled one too many times. Because I have had Banshees that gave me like 2-3 Whispers in a row, and it just ended up being a Banshee anyway. Peace. Okay. Get this one out of here. Don't get baited. Can you give us a sign? I mean, you're pretty active, but it's only throws. I kind of wanna... You could force a... I don't think you can force a poltergeist throw with the voodoo doll. We can force a hunt to happen. Yeah, I love the Banshee scream. I mean, that is a secret ability that you could figure out by yourself. By just randomly getting it and being like, what the hell? But then again, remember when the Dio came out? We had the Dio, because it's hard sometimes to know if it is just a random event or if it's specific for this ghost that you're facing. The Dio breath event. Touching doors. Oh, we can hide here. Oh. Please hunt me! Okay, here we go. Normal speed. How to write you? Hello? Hello? Oh, it's coming immediately. Okay, so it's not a yokai either? What? It's a djinn. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Boom, 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 immediately. Well, there you go. That's how you can test the djinn. Seems like it's actually going faster, even when it's close. There you go. A very throwy djinn. So, as you heard, as soon as it came into the room, the footsteps went a lot faster than usual. Which there is really only one ghost, or two ghosts, I guess, that can do that. You can have a djinn that, like, if the breaker's on it, it'll do that. Or you can have the, I guess, Raichu technically as well, if you have your flashlight on, and the Revenant. But the Revenant will also be much slower when it's not, like, seeing you, which wasn't the case here. So, yeah. Why no Rev? The Rev would be so fast as soon as it detected our flashlight, it would go sicko mode. But yeah, there you go. That should be a djinn, because we also didn't see any Orbeez. We're not going to be fooled by a Mimic, right? Did we get... I think last time we also got fooled by a Mimic. But as long as the breaker is on, the djinn will have this, like, speed up ability. Like, as soon as it sees you, if it's far enough away, it'll immediately speed up and get close to you super fast. And then when it gets close to you, it'll slow down again. But what makes this kind of hard to tell, at least if you're looping it, is that obviously when it is looping you, it'll get faster over time. So it might be hard to hear that it's technically slowed down when it got close, because it is also speeding up the whole time. All right, let's go to Grafton now. That is 2 for 2. That's more like it. I feel more confident now than I felt last time. Last time was insanely difficult. Almost level 13k. We're getting there. Alrighty. We got Carla Buckley. Let's find this lady. We've had one out of hunt ghost, one hunting ghost. This one's gonna be like a super obvious one, like a Thay or a Moro or a Dio. I feel it. Yeah, I had some of the most difficult games I've ever had for no evidence last time. Which was very rare. We got like 2 Banshees and a Urei or something. Like we had... I don't remember exactly what it was. It was hard. Yeah. And before Goryo, dude, Goryo sucks. Goryo's the one ghost that, like, you have to rule out everyone else before you can say it's a Goryo. Because the only thing the Goryo does for no evidence is not roaming. Which, if you have a good cursed item like the mirror or something, which we do, perfect, we can actually maybe figure out Goryo using the mirror. Okay, well, that's a toilet. Is that over there or over there? I don't know. I think it's this one. I think it's this. Goryo's my mortal enemy. It is not this one. It's the one upstairs. Okay, never mind that. That's better, though, because it's a smaller room. It also has a teddy bear in it, just for funsies. I remember when we were still learning, like, all the interactions the ghost could do. Like, the giggle. I remember being like, oh my god, I did a giggle. And it, like, blew my mind. And the red light ghost event for the first time. The exploding of the light for the first time. The... oh, hi there. Let's go. The moving of the mannequins for the first time. I remember my first time ever seeing the mannequin teleport in front of my face. So clearly. That was an experience. Take this, salt. The very first music box. Plant dying. That doesn't happen. Imagine that. I could totally like do a ton more interactions like that though. Like I don't want to see Phasmo turn into Ghost Watchers where there's like 10 scripted events that you'll just see over and over and over again, and it feels like you're just playing against like a robot. Because I think that Phasmo really nailed the like the dynamicness of the ghosts. Like they really feel alive and like evil a lot of the time. Whereas when I play a game like, for example, Ghost Watchers, I'm like, I mean, it's fun, but the ghosts feel so scripted that it's hard to like, it's hard to immerse yourself and not think of it like, I'm just playing a game. For me, at least. That doesn't have to be the same for everyone, obviously. It's just the randomness of Phasmo, indeed. Can you give us a sign? Because they just did it very clever. Like, there's not even that many ghost events, but the way that they are completely, like, what do you call it when someone is, oh, there you go. It's not a wraith. They're completely oblivious to the environment, because they're all just like, it doesn't matter where you are. You can get like an infinite amount of ghost events. No, there's like a name. Oh. Ah! It's the early hunter. Oh, so someone please tell me this word. When something is agnostic. Agnostic. That is the word I'm looking for. Yes. No one said it in chat. I came up with it myself. I'm a grown ass man. I'm a big boy. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. Galaxy Brain. Okay, this is definitely an early hunting ghost. What the hell was that? Was that a demon? What? The mirror fucked me over? So hard. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. There's no way. How the fuck? What? 1 mirror second and we got down that fast? Alright, well, I guess. Okay, let's grab this. And we know it can step in the salt. We'll take this and we'll... Well, no, actually, let's take a smudge stick. We would love to have one. This is weird. Oh, it's maybe a Jinn again? I need to turn on the breaker. That was weird. Are you in here? 2.2, definitely in there. Alright, let's turn on the breaker real quick. It's gonna be downstairs. Yeah, 1 second mirror now also counts for 20% second. I don't know if they're ever gonna fix the... So, the way the mirror works right now is if you look at it for just like boop boop, basically as soon as you use it, you will instantly lose 20% sanity. But then every second after that, you will still lose 7.5 sanity, which I don't know if that's intended. I feel like the way they worded it in the patch notes, they meant that as soon as you pull it up, you, like, the minimum amount you'll lose is 20, but until, like, it is ticked for 3 seconds, you will not lose any additional seconds. Or any additional sanity, sorry, I keep saying sanity when I mean seconds and seconds when I mean sanity. But yeah, I think they should swap that around, in my opinion. They should make it so that it only starts draining sanity after you've looked at it for a little while. Oh god. What? This is fucked. It's just... Oh, I'm dead. Ah! Oh my god, I lived. I lived, bitch. Holy shit. That scared the hell out of me, the jump scare, man. Woo! Okay, this is definitely some bullshit going on. What the hell? I ate a pill. I was up to 70% sanity, right? What? What? What's happening? My sanity, it's broken. Is it a Moroi? Wait, there's some tomfoolery abound. This is weird. What's going on? No, because we took a pill. It can't be a Moroi, right? What? It has to be a Yurei or a Jin. This is weird. Wait, we gotta do a Jin test. I don't know. I think this is fishy. It's terrifying. Okay, are we gonna hide there again? I guess we will. Or we can run up the stairs and hide behind the chair. That's a lot safer. Alright, Ghost. Your time to shine. Can we drop a smudge over here so we can pick it up as we run over here? Alright, give us a sign. Immediate sign. Photo. Oh, I don't have a photo cam. Fuck me. Come on, hunt me. It turned off the breaker. Did it though? I don't remember. Oh, here we go. Yes, it's another Jin! And we saw, I want to see the count of abilities. We definitely saw, oh god. We saw several abilities here. This is so interesting. This is like a Jin, a magnifying glass on the Jin. We have found, I've shown you 2 ways on how you can figure out that's a Jin. You can use the Hun test, which is where you turn on the breaker and you can see if it like speeds up when it's far away of you, when it's far away from you. Or you can keep a close eye on your sanity. And if you, for some reason, start losing a lot of sanity out of nowhere, you should think it could be a Yurei. It could be a Banshee doing singing ghost events. It could be an Oni doing any ghost event. Or it could be a Jin using its special ability where it'll drain your sanity. Like 25% chance. Now this ghost has done it so many times. I wish we would have put an EMF on the breaker to see if we could have heard the EMF go off from a distance. Because that's still one thing that I like need to do more. Putting an EMF on the breaker. It was super far away, though. It's probably not gonna matter. Back-to-back Jin. It should be. Unless I got mega fooled. Yep, there you go. 2 Jins in a row. Now I want to see how many abilities. 1 ability? I don't believe you. That's bullshit, because we lost sanity twice. Like, for sure. That's BS, but alright. Well, at least it did it at least once, but I don't believe it. I don't believe that it was just once. I'm pretty sure it was twice. Twice or more. They might have forgotten to add that to the things that the game counts. Alright, we're just gonna do every small map. We did Ridgeview, Tanglewood, Grafton. Let's do Willow now. The small map marathon. And see whatever ghost we can find here. It was built on top of something unearthly. I didn't even read that ever. We got Nellie Anderson, Escape the Ghost, Repel, and Smudge Stick. Very easy objectives. Give me a mare. A mare is gonna be really hard though. We can rule out basically every ghost. Just anything but a Goryo. I don't want to deal with Goryos right now because that's always a pain in the ass. All right. Goryos suck. My favorite map, probably just Tanglewood. Tanglewood is the old classic. All right, so we got a really good hiding spot in the garage. Need to go into the basement to turn on the breaker, which is not ideal. Willow is your favorite. Willow is a really good map too. I agree. Tanglewood is just so fast. I love playing the game fast. These few runs have been super fast. Can we pick this one up? We can. Did it hit the ceiling? Why does it hit the ceiling? I didn't know you could pick that up, by the way. I think it was upstairs. Hello? In one of these rooms? That's a boner. But is anything out of place? Everything seems to be perfectly in order. And this is the level 1 million special. I don't think we're ever gonna reach that. I think by that time they're gonna be resetting the levels, for sure. Also, they pushed back the fog. Wait. Because the fog used to clip through the windows, but it doesn't do it on this map anymore. Oh, it does it on this, in this room, though. Actually? No, it doesn't. Seems fine. Okay, I don't know if it's even in this room. When will I do the ghosts guy? Definitely before the next major update, because I doubt that they're gonna change any of the ghosts until then, which gives us a perfect opportunity to do it. This is a shade. Excuse me, you peas. What's wrong with you? Where's this ghost? Is it in the basement? The next content update, dude. They're going, like this year is gonna be all about the progression update. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This genuinely might be a shade. Like the fact that we haven't heard anything at all. There's some shenanigans. Shenanigans amiss. I think it's time for thermo. Or we could just use the music box. You know what? Whatever. We just use the music box. We do an upside down mission for this one. Because I'm done with your bullshit. How? Okay. Oh, normal speed? Would I rather have a Shade or a Goryo? Shade every single time. Shade is so much better than Goryo. But it might be a Shade. It's not a fast ghost. Uh-oh. Leave. They can actually randomly find you here sometimes, which is like the most unlucky thing that ever happens. Because they can just randomly roam behind this. Is it a polter? A poltergeist? This is a bad idea, but I should have enough, like, it shouldn't have enough time to kill me. Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's check my sanity. We know it's in the kitchen, which is really weird, because that's like the middle of the map and we didn't hear anything, so Shade is my instant tunnel vision. Yeah, it can't really be that, right? Okay, perfect. So we are at 60% sanity, so we're not even below 50 yet. So if we don't get hunted for quite some time, the Shade can only hunt at 35% sanity, so then we will immediately know that it's a Shade. I'm gonna check for Orbeez, and we'll check for... You guys? I don't know. Look up right. Bullshit. Okay, Goryo is... I feel like... Oh, hi there. Not Orbeez. No mimic. No mimic you. Can you give us a sign? I'm placing it on the edges, by the way, because the ghost, while it's roaming, will also not walk through objects. So, and it will always pick the shortest route from location A to location B. So, let's say in this situation, it's over here, and it wants to walk to behind the kitchen island. It'll always cross this or this, because it's like a... It'll, like, cut corners. It'll try to cut as many corners as possible. I already got the photo. You can also place salt underneath it when it's doing a ghost event, by the way. I'm gonna walk into it and see how much sanity I lost. See if it's a Banshee. So we had, like, 60%, right? How much did that cost us? Only 10%? That is probably not a Banshee, right? But it can't be a Banshee then, because it's a singing ghost event. And it can't be an Oni either. So there's not enough sanity drain. Unless it's just not... I don't think. Because we went from 60 to 50. Alright. Let's take this. And then we'll take more salt. Yeah, Banshee singing ghost event always drops more sanity. But it has to be a singing ghost event, right? Any other ghost event won't do that. Please step in my salt. I'm gonna build a wall. Now I can't cross this side of the map to that side of the map without stepping in my salt. That should work. That should be totally fine. Oh, can you whisper? How much sanity does the Banshee take on those? I think it should be like, at least, it should be around 15 to 20. Oh, is it gonna be airball? It's an airball ghost event. Don't touch me. It was not an Oni for sure. Oh, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna touch it again. That's an assault. Right, run the hell out of here. Please don't on me. Go. Okay. This is weird though. It's doing lots of ghost events. Should be 50% now. I thought it was like 20. Yeah, I think it should be around 20. Okay, that's another 10%. Wait. Little more this time? 15? Because it's so hard. Like, what is the default drain of a ghost event? Because I've always thought it was between 10 and 15%. But, like, I thought it was between 10 and 15%. But, oh, default is 10? Hasn't Psycho made a video on this yet?
Sanity more in Phasmophobia, then you should avoid this ghost event. As you may know, there are several different ghost events in Phasmophobia, and some of them drop your sanity by 10%.
10%?
Only the ghost events that cause a hissing sound effect will drop your sanity by 10%.
Okay.
These ghost events will come at you with either a cloud form
There's always
or in a
10?
manifested version.
Oh, this is back when you still had volumetric lighting.
Either a full model being shown, a shadow version, or a liquid version. There is a way though how you as a player can...
Yeah. You can't, if you don't get touched by them, you don't lose sanity. Which that's both counts for the ghost events that walk towards you, as well as, I don't think that's in this video, I'm pretty sure. But also when the ghost stands still, it'll only drop your sanity if you walk into it, which is actually a really important one. That's an extremely important one because Banshee singing ghost events will usually be standing still. So if you don't walk into them, you can't test how much sanity you lost. So there we seemingly lost. So we know normal ghost events are 10. I thought they said that Banshee singing ghost events will be doubled, but I guess they're not doubled. They're only 15%. Onis are definitely doubled. So Oni should be 20. But I guess the Banshee is 15, which it's just because those things are always like with the variance of the sanity going up and down, it's really hard to like pinpoint those things. But I'm gonna assume that's the way it is. Which means this is probably not or it's definitely not an Oni because we also got an airball. Well then, what the frick, man? That was a singing ghost event too. Excuse me. Jeebity Christmas. Holy schmoly. Okay, that was one singing ghost event. We went from 60 to 45? That would be 15. Because we had 6, it's kind of like 10. I think this is not a Banshee, but it's so hard. Like, this is going to be a really good example. I hope this ends up being a Banshee, and then I can just, like, it's so extremely difficult to see it based off of the sanity. Like, it is extremely hard. Even if you knew exactly what your sanity was before, so there was 75. Even if you know exactly what your sanity was before you got hit, you can still usually not figure out if it's a Banshee or not, which is just kind of stupid. All right, can you give us a sign? Let's use the paramic. Probably in there. I mean, I don't know. It's 0. Oh, here it is. Talk to me, baby. What? Damn it. Well, that's a normal ghost event. Let's see that one should drop us to 65, right? Because that's a normal ghost event. If that touches you, it drops your sanity. We are indeed 65 or 60 more like kind of around that 60 mark, 62. But I didn't really. Okay, so we're just at 60 exactly basically now, which means we kind of dropped 50%, which doesn't make any sense if it should drop 10%. It's so hard to like distinguish between them. It seems like they drop as much sanity as the normal ghost events, so. Can you give us a sign? Can you do something? Can you give us a sign? sometimes sanity can jump around in a public lobby. I don't think that should be happening. That might just be bugged somehow. Alright, scream. If you are a Banshee. Because we know it's not a fast ghost, right? So we know it's not a Dio, a Moro, a Thea, a Raichu, a Rev. We didn't do Jin test. Probably not the twins. Definitely not the Myling. It's extremely active when at the start of the game it was super shy. This is a very interesting combination of ghost or like ghost behavior. What did you? Oh, I touched this one. Open this one. All right, come on, give us a sign. It threw all the plates in the corner for some reason. What are you doing? Are you just a basic bitch? Are you a spirit? Mark, thank you for the 2 months. This is the ghost we trained for. Those previous ghosts are easy peasy. This is the one that it's all about. Not a shade. Yeah, we need to get our sanity below 50%. I don't think I touched it. That is a singing breaking light event. I don't think I've ever seen those. Maybe, probably, but it's breaking a lot of lights. And it's also singing a lot. That's weird. Can you give us a sign? Can all ghosts break lights? Yes, but mares have a like tendency to do it. They have slightly more are like inclined to break lights during ghost events, which I mean this ghost is doing so many ghost events we can't really know for sure. Oh. Can you give us a sign? Oh. Ghost is the siren. I mean it's singing a lot. I got a footstep right there. Oh, we don't have the objective. Oh, more. It doesn't do a whisper at all. This is so bullshit. I mean, at this point, it could be literally. It can't be a phantom, right? Because we got whisper. That's the first whisper. So as I said, we're gonna wait for at least 4 whispers. If it does end up being like if we don't figure it out earlier before that, like obviously not a wraith either. I'm thinking it could actually very well be a mare. It's probably not a demon because it's not hunting right now at all. It can be a mimic because there's no Orbeez. We already checked for that. I mean, we should check again just in case for some reason we didn't see them earlier. Don't see any orb. I don't think it is orb. Unless this is not the ghost room. Let me quickly grab a thermo just in case. Parabolic mic broken in the truck. What do you mean? Yeah, like, I know, you can... Like, a lot of objects will not show through the paramic. Like this... only this screen. This screen does, but this screen doesn't. That's weird. And people become bald. That's really funny. If you point the paramic at someone else, they become bald. Grab a candle. And then just a... Good try. They lose their hair. Why? I don't know. I think it's because there was a Reddit post about it, and someone said that it was because when you have transparent objects and they're on the same layer, they can't be seen through each other. They need to be like properly like on different layers. Like probably, let's see. Can I put that to the test? If I look at the window of these doors. Yeah, see? It's hard to see. Wait, can I do it like this? You see how bright that... You can clearly see the window at the bottom. But if I go here, you're not seeing any window. Because it's, you can't see the window through the window. Because they're on the same layer. That's a little example. Okay, it turned on the television, which means it's not a mirror. Because the mirror cannot turn on the television, nor can it touch... Oh, God. Jesus Christ, this ghost is nuts. But yeah, it can't turn on television, so not a mirror. Surprisingly enough. Let me see if it's a polter now. It was throwing a lot of stuff earlier, which felt kind of suspicious. Just need to make a pile, and then we loop it around the table. It hasn't really thrown anything at all. You can't pick that up. I'm stupid. There we go. Okay, now please hunt us. We should be low enough sanity. Unless it's a shade somehow. Imagine this is a shade. Wait a minute. This is not hunting. Excuse me. Wait a minute. It's a psychotic shade? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, let's... Are we still below? No, we're not below. We need to hold a candle. We need to hold a candle. I think we might be below 50% sanity. We gotta hold a candle to see if it can hunt. This is weird. Ambivert shade. Try to hold the candle. So apparently they fixed the sanity drain now a little bit at least, and you will actually stop sanity drain when you turn on lights again. Oh well. It is definitely not a shade. Hunted as soon as we started doubting it. I mean, it was obviously not a shade, but still. Okay, so it also changed ghost room, I think. Because it was in the kitchen before, and now it's in the living room. So I'm what was that sound? Did you get it? I think my phone ran out of battery or something. It's not a Goryo because it changed ghost room. Is it gonna be another fucking Jinn? Onto... Is it my phone? It is my phone. Let me plug it in so it doesn't die. Boop. Okay. Also, probably not a Hantu, because it's not faster. Can you give us a sign? Hello, ghost. I know you're not a shade. I appreciate that. So we need to... Oh, it stood on that one. I was not expecting that smudge to actually do anything. Or the motion sensor to actually do anything. I'm gonna smudge back here. Okay, is it ever gonna come into this room? I should probably just walk. Yeah, there you go. They changed the shadows on this. It's much softer now. Also, she's bald? She's just a bald shadow? Excuse me. Lady. Shadow has no hair. What the fuck? Okay. So I just smudged. We need to keep a timer of that. So if it doesn't hunt for 3 minutes now, we know it's a spirit. It's so suspicious, by the way, that... Is it a banshee? I need to be standing on top of an EMF, I think. So we gotta stand over here. We're gonna hold an EMF. We're gonna point it at that ghost room. And if we ever get the EMF 2 to happen, we know. But it is very weird right now. EMF on the breaker? Is the breaker here? Oh, the breaker's in the basement. That's not gonna help. I don't think you can hear equipment through floors. Oh, what's up? We only have one whisper so far, right? Only one. Can you give us a sign? Yeah, something weird going on with this ghost. Throwing stuff. After all of this, it's a poltergeist? It could be so many different ones. Just need more whispers right now. Come on, ghosty pants. Need to look for orbs more carefully. I already looked for it several times, but maybe before it's just a mimic. Because it is kind of every ghost right now. I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to try to check for temperature, because I don't know what the ghost room is right now. It's just not throwing much. Yeah, I know, but it sounded like really aggressive. Oh wait, I already did that. It sounded really aggressive during the hunt. Just a test for on Rio, which I haven't done. This is coming down to the wire. Hi there. It is already been 2 minutes and it hasn't hunted yet, by the way. Okay, thank you for the 8 months. Maybe it's a spirit after all. That's what happens sometimes. You just get a wild card spirit. It seems to be here. No, it's definitely here. The ghost room is there, I think. Right, could you give me a sign? I think it's already been 3 minutes now, almost, in like 30 seconds. A little weird. Come on, you gotta hunt. I think it's a spirit. After all this, it's just a spirit. What the hell? Are you kidding me? That is so surprising. I mean, that explains why it felt like every ghost, because spirit is the most common ghost, according to the game. Spirit are very common ghosts. You're very powerful but passive, only attacking when they need to. They defend their place of death to the utmost degree, killing anyone who is caught overstaying their welcome. This is all bullshit, by the way. It's all flavor text. That was definitely after 3 minutes. Okay, come over here. I want to do a polter test, which you're obviously not going to be a polter, but I want to see it with my own eyes. Come up. Hello. Okay, there she comes. Wait, it's another djinn? It's a djinn! Are you kidding me? What the hell, man? It's all djinns. What? Oops, all djinns? How did this happen? What the fuck? Excuse me? Well then, how did it not hunt for that long? Wait, that's so weird. Oh, that ghost in the kind of spooked me. I'm out of here. What the hell? It's three times the same ghost in a row? I don't know if that's ever happened before. I think this might be the most ghosts in a row I've ever had. How high is the chance for that to happen for 3 ghosts? So once again, if you're doing a chance like this for any 3 ghosts to be like in a row 3 times, it is not 1 in 24 to the power of 3, because any of the ghosts could be 3 times in a row. So the first one doesn't matter, but it's still 1 divided by 24 to the power of 2, which is times 100 times 100. That is 0.17% chance. That is absolutely minuscule. If I did this correct, which I think I did, that is a very, very small chance. Wait, no, but it should be 1 in... No, I don't think it can be, because it should be 1 in 24 times... No, it definitely is. No, it is. Okay, yep, 3 djinns in a row. Don't know how the fuck that happened. Let's do it again. Let's... 4 djinns? No way. We have not gone to Edgefield yet, right? I don't think we have. And then Bleed Still as well. 4 times the charm? What the hell? You all the... idiots, sorry, arguing about it in the comments, saying like, no, for it to, so again, if it's 3 djinns, if I'm specifically interested in 3 djinns in a row, it is 1 in 24 to the power of 3. If I'm interested in any ghost 3 times in a row, it's 1 in 24 to the power of 2, because the first one could be Demon, Wraith, Banshee, Jinn, Mare, Revenant, any of them, any of the 24. Only the 2 runs after that need to be the same as the first one. So this is like, I have explained this as obvious as I can, where literally a toddler could understand it, but there will always be, what I've learned from the internet, is that there will always be one fucking dumbass in chat or like in the YouTube comments afterwards. Because if you're dumb in Twitch chat, at least I can forgive you for like typing it live and like just being like, oh wait, sorry, that's actually wrong. But someone like having the hindsight to type a message out, have the time to like think about it, click enter, have time to edit it, get responses to it why they're wrong, and still not understand that they're stupid, it makes me go insane. Someone remember the person I talked about last time who did that, which This was like it was like 3 layers of explanations. I explained it 3 different times on top of each other in 3 different ways, and they still were like too dumb to understand. And I'm being like rude and calling people dumb because I find like when an explanation, like maybe I should give myself some slack as well. I should be like, hey, you're bad at explaining this apparently. Apparently I can explain the same thing in 3 different ways, and it's still not good enough. Maybe I should look at myself as well, but it's just like, I don't understand how better I could explain it. It's like saying, what is the chance to flip a coin and get the same result 3 times in a row? Or boil it down. What is the chance to get the same result 2 times in a row? The stupid idiots in Twitch chat would say, or not Twitch chat, YouTube comments would say, well, it's gotta be half times a half is 1 in 4. No, it's, it could be tails, or it could be heads. So whatever the first coin lands on, it doesn't matter. The second one is the only one that matters. So it either let's write out the tree. The tree is, we start at nothing. It flips either heads or tails. Then it splits again on the second coin flip. It either becomes, it was heads first, then it becomes tails. Oh, that's a fail. Or it's heads first, then it becomes heads. That's a success. On the tails side, it can become tails, which is also a success, already 2 successes, or it become heads, and then it's wrong. So 2 out of the 4 options are a success, 2 out of the 4 options are a fail, hence, it's 50%. It's the simplest example I could give you. I gave it to so many people, and they still didn't understand it, and I was losing my mind. I was like, how can I explain this in like literal like goo goo gaga like language, but there's like grown human beings who can't understand it? I was losing my damn mind. Because it's not even like, you can't even use the argument of like it's statistics. Statistic is hard, because just listen to the explanation. I'm not saying you should understand everything about statistics. I hate statistics, but this is like the most basic shit out there. Oh wait, we only need this because we don't need this. Anyway, my rant is over. Let's find this fucking ghost now. It's obviously in that room. Let's bring the salt and stuff. This is why teachers deserve so much more credit for being patient. Hey, I was a teacher for 3 freaking years. Is it 50% always? No, if you flip it 3 times in a row, it's gotta be then it's 1 in 4. I mean, again, if the question is what is the chance to get heads twice in a row, there's only 1 possibility of it being heads twice in a row. So that is 1 in 4. But if you're interested in any like heads or tails 2 times in a row, then it's 50%. That's all I'm saying. It's like, and that's the same thing with something like 3 ghosts in a row or 2 ghosts in a row. The chance of 2 ghosts in a row is 1 in 24, because it's just a 24-sided coin that you're flipping, which I guess you could call that a die, but I'm calling it a coin because that is like the easiest thing. Because everyone understands flipping a coin. Can you give us a sign? Boom. Boom. You were what teacher? I actually taught math as well, because I was a computer science teacher for 3 years. Can you give us a sign? Well, like a teaching assistant in university, which I guess is like more complicated than, or I mean, I guess not more complicated than being a high school teacher, because high school kids are fucking devils. Because it's mostly just like at that point, you're mostly just like keeping everyone in check. It's more about making people not kill themselves, or like each other, I should say. Can you give us a sign? Dutch school system. I mean, I don't know if this is a, wait, what the hell? I don't know if this is just a TV show thing, but whenever there's like a TV show about American schools, it looks like absolute hell. Like everyone is just punching each other all the fucking time. It's just like literal prison. Like I don't know if that's just because They tend to dramatize it for TV shows. That's at least what it looks like. Oh, another footstep. Oh, that's how it is. Are you guys dramatizing it too? That's my... I mean, I love teaching. That's like the whole reason why I like doing no evidence, why I like playing Phasmo. Because it's like being a teacher. It's like, hey, you know you can... When it's an airball ghost event, it's not an Oni. You know, when it turns on the television, it's not a mare. Like, it's like... The whole thing about being a teacher is that moment where you teach someone something and they go like, oh, wait, what? Really? That's the moment it's all about, baby. Which I guess that doesn't happen as much in high school because people don't really want to be there. But that's the upside of being a university teaching assistant, is that people want to be there. So they're like... I mean, there's probably still people that don't want to go to university, but all the people that... That's the thing. Those people just don't show up for the class. So the people that are there obviously want to be there. Because you're old enough to... If you don't want to be there, you just don't go. Like, at some point in your life, 95% of people are old enough to, like, make their own life decisions. And if they don't want to be in a class, they just won't show up for the fucking class. Like, it's... And if you're there, you're gonna make the best of it. There's, like, obviously still, like, 1 in 20 or 1 in 10 people that are just, like, idiots that have forgotten how, like, they're forgotten that it's no longer high school. And that school is, like, something you do for yourself and not just because your mom tells you to. Who whispers? Let's go. Which is why I never went to... I never went to homework classes when I was in uni. Because I wasn't motivated to do my homework when you tell me to. I'm just gonna do all my homework at once before the fucking test. And then I have like a super good understanding of all the material right before it matters. Like, I'm not gonna do homework all the time because then I'm gonna forget it by the time it matters. So I was like, fuck you guys. I'm not showing up. I'm just gonna play video games. Because I understand myself, and I know that I was not gonna do much if you sent me to one of those classes. Which I guess playing video games instead of doing your homework classes is not necessarily an adult thing to do. But at least I know myself. Okay, could you scream at me? Or do a ghost event? Wait, we need a video cam. There we go. Can you do something? So I went to so many more classes as a teaching assistant than I ever went to as a student. By the way, this is so... I don't know if it works the same for you guys, but when you're in uni, there is 2 different classes. There is the lectures and the, like, homework practical assignment labs. I have never in my life missed a single lecture, and I always went by bike. If it was raining, if it was snowing, if it was... The road was covered in ice, I would always bike no matter what. I didn't miss a single lecture, but I missed every single practical lab because it was optional, and I was like, I mean, technically lectures are also optional, but if you're gonna skip the lectures, you're just gonna fail the class because you missed the material. You dumbass. Oh, can you give us a sign? That's the 3rd blowout already, I think. Or the 2nd one? I'm gonna say that's the 2nd one. This will be the 3rd. Come on, give us a sign. Oh, hi there. Perfect. Did I get it? I could literally... What? It's like you piece of pot. The what? There was no ghost, and then I took a photo and there was no ghost and still? Wait, what? What was the ghost? I'm so confused. Stop flicking the... Oh, it turned on this light. Never mind. Let's go. That was really weird. Also, why the photo so dark, huh? Isn't there... Look at the photo in the cam. It's like complete darkness. What's going on? What is going on here? Okay, so it's not a mare. Can you give us a sign? Or something. Yes, you're touching doors. I understand. This is very good of you. Well done. The photos are fucked. All of them are just... What's that? What do you mean? What do you mean? They're very dark photos. Okay, that one I got. Now show yourself. Do it again. We only need 2 more whispers to rule out. We should just get a hunt, though. What's our cursed possession? Let me grab a smudge in the cursed possession. When someone on my team got the ghost photo, but we didn't get the ghost event objective, ever happened to anyone else? If they did it during a hunt, you won't get the objective. Because otherwise, you always should. So something must have gone wrong. No hunt? Then I don't understand. Oh, it's tarot cards. I hate it here. My flashlight is broken? What the hell is happening? What? Why is it only working in that room? What the fuck is happening? This is so weird. Don't understand. Oh, wait, but if I turn off the light, but if I turn on the light, my flashlight stops working. What? What happened? The game broke? Alright, well, anyway, it's time to use some tarot cards. I don't know what the hell is going on. Poor devs. Yeah, I'm the one suffering. CJ! Oh my god. Well, it's definitely not an Oni. It's still up there. I should really grab a photo cam just in case it's gonna get another devil card. Blame CJ. Definitely blame CJ. Okay, my sanity is low. And it's not hunting for some reason. That is suspicious. Let me not pull any cards, because if we get a sun card now, we're gonna be in deep trouble. We just use this. Did it use the crucifix? It did use the crucifix. It's probably not an on-Rio then, huh? Yeah, I just realized your flashlight doesn't work if you're in a room that's lit. How is this only now? How do we only see this now? Wait, that's not always the case. There's definitely some fuckery going on. Look at the candlelight. It's only Edgefield? Maybe it's only Edgefield? And you give us a sign. Is it a shade? It's not hunting right now? It couldn't be a shade, right? Oh, it blew up my candle. I don't know the sign. Oh, let's go. Definitely not an on-Rio. Now it's time to get hunted. Oh, hi there. What the hell? Singing. More. It's done, right? No! I almost got it, man! Fuck. Damn it. Do something. Turn this off. Do we even have a hiding spot? Oh, we have that one. Alright, give us a sign. There's still see orbs in the photo cam? Yeah, I heard about that. The lights are the same brightness as the flashlight. No, it's definitely some some fuckery. Oh, perfect. Okay. It is not a phantom. Weird. Because like when I'm in here. Oh, now it's good. You see, it's significantly different now than it was before. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because the upstairs light? Oh, it is that light. Wait. Yeah, you see? Because now it doesn't even show up when you point it at the walls. It happens if too many lights shine on the same object? That is weird. Look at the shadow of the smudge stick, by the way. What the hell? So many pixels. New feature. Oh god, here we go. Is it gonna be another djinn? No way. Why was it so quiet? Ah! Is it a myling? Dude, what the fuck are you doing, sir? I'm dead. Oh, I can hide here. Is it a myling? That was weird. That was weird. Turn on this one. Love it. I think it might have been a myling. It's definitely not a djinn though, so the djinn curse has been broken. Finally. What the hell? 0. That would have been, how rare would it have been if it was a djinn? It would have been a... Oh, that would have been a 0.007 event. So this is still less rare than that one thing that happened when we were doing ghost gambling, which is the video that's called like the rarest thing to ever happen in Phasmophobia. It's a pretty close second for me personally. Wait, actually, what is it? Because I've had 2 high priestesses in a row, which is no, that's a 2% chance actually. What? Yeah, to get 2 high priestesses in a row at some point. Like when you pull 1 to high priestess, the next one needs to be a high priestess as well. Because the first one can happen at any point in your life. I guess if you pull 2 high priestesses, no, that should be like a 2% times 2%. If you mean like if you pull 2 cards, they both need to be high priestess. But if you mean at any point, then it's gonna be less rare. But we go back to the math. It's unlocked. It's unlocked by math. Is it just this light? I'm thinking it's just this light. No, it is not. Weird. Once you turn on 1 too many lights, everything just starts breaking. Nothing is happening right now. Alright, could you give us a sign? Stop. 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 Oh. Ah! It's a myling, right? It's totally a myling! I can barely hear anything. Oh god. What the fuck, the light blinking? It's definitely a myling. I gotta get the hell out of here. Wait, so we've had 2 mylings, 3 djinns? And what was the other ghost? No, wait. Oh, we didn't have 2 mylings. This is our first myling. Oh, there you go. Oh, it was a wraith. Yeah, it was a wraith. That was not a. It was not a myling. It was a wraith. That should be like an extremely obvious myling. That was so quiet. I barely heard anything. Yep, there you go. So if you don't hear the footsteps from until it's like extremely close to you, which you can use the flashlight for that, but it was like such a small map I couldn't really use the flashlight. But the fact that it got quiet when it was on the same floor is usually like, okay, probably it's a myling because it will generally be fairly loud when you're on the same floor. Okay, so Bleasdale, we still need to do that one. And then we've done every so small map except Camp Woodwind, but Camp Woodwind is a stinker. So, nope, not doing that one. All right, we got Richard Knight, another dev name. Oh, baby. Have a good one. Happy meal. I love how fucking bright these things are. So weird. Alright, what you got for me? More tarot cards? No more tarot cards. Yeah, we're gonna get 13k very soon. Oh boy. I'm gonna go ham. Because if we get this one quick, we can do a bonus round. Bonus round. Is this upstairs? It's definitely upstairs. Uh-oh, I'm not gonna be in time, am I? Ah! Run! Okay. Normal speed? Coming down. Run. Wait, was it fast again? Wait. I can't test this. I think it was a Jinn? Do I have a hiding spot here? I don't. Fuck. Oh no, but it can't be because the brake was off. Something was fast. Was it the Raichu? Come down the stairs. You're going upstairs? Coming down? I think it might be Raichu. I think it might be a Raichu. That was it. As soon as it came, like as soon as my flashlight started blinking, it became super fast. All right, could you? Hi there. How you doing today? Can I see your ass? I love how they do like mod check. They're like, anyone here? Can you give us a sign? You got the second photo? Oh yeah, I'm stupid. It was too good of a photo not to try it. Come on. Look at this one though. That's ah! Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Dude. I'm gonna run away. What we've learned is that the flashlight... Let's hide here. The flashlight won't... Oh, okay. Not a Raichu. Does this still work? This does still work. Yes. It's not a Raichu. Oh no, what I was gonna say is that when you drop a photo cam on the ground, it won't actually make the Raichu go faster. And the same thing with a video cam. If you drop it on the ground without placing it, it won't make the Raichu go faster. Okay, so there's a lot of ghosts it can be right now. Not the Twins, Hantu, Myling, right? My Rev, Phantom. You need to test for Jinn. It's throwing a lot of shit around, so maybe it's a Polter. So let's set up a test for that one. I think it's a hallway ghost, which is horrendous for me, but it is what it is. Where am I even gonna go? Hey, Jay, Twitch, what's up? Not alive? What do you mean? Oh boy. I think all of these can be picked up? All these? Yes. Oh, come on, man. I don't have a freaking smudge stick. Stop it. Stop. I can see it from here, though. If it walks in there and it starts throwing like crazy, we could see it. Maybe it is a Myling. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. How did it work last time? Okay, maybe it doesn't work anymore. I've tested this thoroughly before. I'm gonna say it's a bolt. Wait, huh? I got betrayed by the chair? Because I've tested... Wait, now I need to do immediate testing. Because I swear you can hide there. It was a banshee! That was the chosen one. Wait, okay. We're doing one quick crazy round where I just go 0 sanity because I have to... Well, I guess we'll use the curse possession. I have to see. I'm pretty sure that chair used to be safe. Is it no longer safe? I'm just going to go in with 1 smudge. I guess I'll buy them. I didn't want to add them, though, which you didn't. Thank you. We're going to add 1 smudge. Because we're gonna die immediately, obviously, and 1 strong flashlight, and then we're gonna see. This is for the science. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see. Will we die? Oh, we have... Oh no, it's a Dio. It's not a Dio. Okay, this definitely does not work anymore. Okay, noted. Goodbye. Because, I don't know. I find that suspicious. It was a Mora. Okay, we could, because we didn't have any items there. But anyway, so don't hide in that hiding spot anymore. It's really hard if you don't have sanity pills to figure out the difference between a Moroi and a Thay. The only way you could reliably do it is to see if it will speed up, because the Thay cannot speed up during a hunt, whereas the Moroi can, which means that you should use a smudge stick to loop it and see if it gets even faster. And if it gets even faster than the max speed it already had, you know that it's actually a Moroi. Or alternatively, I mean, at 0 sanity, it's going to be really hard. But alternatively, you could be on top of the ghost. And if it gets slower over time by you being close to it, it'll become a Thay. Like, you know it's a Thay because it'll get older the closer you are for a longer amount of time. Every 3 minutes that you're close to the ghost, it'll basically get 1 stage older, and it'll become slower. All right, we got Walter Wilson, Repel, EMF, and Parabolic Microphone. Let's do it. Oh, baby. Walter! All right, come on, please. Still, you won't get me a second time. Peace. Oh, we still got music box? That's totally fine. We gotta break it, too. Hello, ghost. Anyone here? Never hiding behind that chair again. Can't believe you betrayed me. But you can kind of test. Like, you don't have to do a manual test all the time. You can kind of test if the ghost will be able to, like, kill you behind an object. If it's, like, look, they made the hitbox so much better for this thing. Because as far as I recall, the hitbox used to be... Like, you used to be able to throw an item up here and it would just, like, lay on top of it, which meant that the hitbox was much taller than the actual object, but not anymore. I mean, it doesn't really make sense that you can hide behind there anyway, so I'm totally fine with that change. It's also not really that important of a hiding spot anyway. You might as well just hide behind the dining table, honestly, and you're probably much better off. Can you give us a sign? Hello? Ghosty pants? Where you at? Don't be an attic ghost. That'd be a disaster. There's some light shenanigans going on over there. Not entirely sure what that's all about. Alright, no caulk on the ground. Hello? Alright, we might just use the music box again. I'm going sicko mode. I'm done with your bullshit. We have to break it too, right? Let's just do it. We have this hiding spot right here. We should be totally fine. Unless it's literally right here. In which case, I'm gonna scream. It's in the dining. Bye! Oh, God. Very creepy. We're gonna do a Jinn test because 95% of all ghosts are Jinn. Which this is a bad idea because I don't have a smudge, but whatever. It sounds normal right now. Alright, come down here. Come down here. Jinn, 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 Jinn. Come on. Why are you so stupid? I'm not up there. I wish you could spin the globes. Okay, well, ripperoni. Did you know, by the way, there is, if you got the ghost in this room, there's a new interaction, which I actually haven't seen yet, but the ghost can interact with the grandfather clock and make it go, like, make it go off. It's really cool. It's new. I've never seen it. Can you give us a sign? I've heard it, it's great. It's a Vecna ghost. Okay, let me check what my sanity is right now so we know what we're up against. And grab, like, some salt and stuff. Also, the rain is back. It was gone for so long. My sanity is slightly above 50. Pretty much 50. Like, exactly 50. Okay, check for orbs. If it's just a mimic, we're easy peasy. We take this and this. We have a full... No, because we got an early hunt, so we're gonna have a short grace period. This might be scary. But it's fine. Not there. No Orbeez, at least, is what I mean. Right, no Orbeez. Knocks on the window, so it's definitely there. I'm gonna grab a smudge now. I don't wanna die. Should be a loading screen note that the grandfather clock can go off, or what? How do you identify the sound of the tapping on the window? It's like a little, it's like donk, donk. It's just, it sounds like a donk. As if someone knocks on a window. It sounds like the real life sound of a window knock. Donk. I don't really know how to... If you could just grab your nearest window and donk on it, and you'll know exactly what it sounds like. Pop this over here. Be safe now. And yell at me. Alrighty, Ghost. You want to whisper? Please do not help me from there, because I am going to run into you and die. Do something. What did I just say, you piece? Is it Ghost event? Nope. You suck. Oh, nice. I got this one. That's exactly what I said you shouldn't do. God damn it. Okay, wait. This is perfect. That means we can do an easy gin test. What the hell? This is creepy. Hello? Normal speed. There's not another gin. We are out of gins. Alright, we're out of gins. Okay, no gin. Also no Thay. No Dio. No Raichu. No Hantu. No Twins. No Revenant. No Mimic. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one, huh? Are you actually here? Do we have the... We don't have the cleanse objective. I wish we did. Oh, hi there. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna smudge you over here. So let's keep a count. At 31:46, I smudged a ghost. Now we keep track of that. And I really wish you could yell at me. Did you do a polter ability? That'd be amazing. Alright, let me just grab another smudge, or 2 smudges. We can loop it around the table there. Round of shins. Yeah, the gin stock price plummeted after we got too many of them in a row. We were oversaturated. 2 of those, and then 1 rip gin. Probably not a Myling. It did sound kind of quiet though, but I mean, we'll see. Alrighty, ghosty pants. I have for you 1 crucifix and a candle, which you haven't blown out yet, so I guess you're not an Onryo. Put this over here. This one over here. This one on the table, so that no matter how it attacks us, we will be fine. Are you in here? Or are you over there? You didn't step in the salt at all. Are you just a wraith? This whole time you've been a wraith? Teleporting around? I mean, it started here, so I'm thinking it's not a Goryo then. You need to do an Oni test. Can you do something? Where the fuck is this guy? Oh, over there? Hello? But Wraith, there's more. It's a very shy ghost, or it's a... 2.5? Permanent 2. Definitely not a spirit. It's an Oni? It's a Oni? It's a Oni? It's a Oni? Question mark? It's a Oni? It's a Oni. I think? Maybe. Oh god. I think it's a Oni. Smudge it. Run! Help! Doesn't look like an Oni to me. Okay, we have to do another test. It looked like it. It was like blinking so short. Oh god. Every time. Wait, is it? So the Oni will be a lot more visible during hunts than other ghosts. Seems like normal blinking. I mean, there were some long blinks, but there were extremely short blinks in there as well. Okay, this is gonna be our last smudge stick test check. We also should place some, so we smudged it as well, so we have a little bit of safety. We should place some items on the table to test for poltergeist. This is gonna be scary. I swear, it felt like an Oni, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just tunnel visioning. It's definitely not an Obake, because it's... Oh, come on. It's also not a gym, but we already knew that. Because it didn't ever change there. Well, this could actually lead to me dying, because I don't really have a good looping spot here. Because it's in this room, right? It hasn't ever stepped in the salt, which is weird. Because it's in this room. Are you a secret wraith? You've been a wraith this whole time? You son of a gun? More salt? I mean, if it's here, just step in it. I'm just gonna start off with a... Also, I didn't use the crucifix, so maybe it's not here. It's definitely not Obake, though. Not Obake. Here we go. Okay, there's long blinks in here. Oh yeah, it's normal blinking. But there's some real short blinks, but that's just because I was tunnel visioning, I guess. It's not an Oni. Oh god, am I dead? No! Is there... Some blinks were really short, other blinks were longer, which you need to look at the longer blinks. Well, it's definitely not a phantom. Okay, so, Myling? Was it a polter, by the way? It was throwing quite a bit. You come over here. Perfect, come over here. Perfect. No, that was my chance, you piece. Damn it. Might have to loop it while we're crouched, because we can loop it around this while being crouched. It's really scary. Well, it doesn't have to be a yokai. It was just like the hunt ended, right? Pick that up. Oh boy. Running out of smudge sticks. Oh, hi there. Already took a photo? Yes, I did. Running out of smudge sticks during no evidence run is extremely scary. I can't believe you didn't step in the salt yet. Maybe it's just a wraith this whole time. Definitely not a spirit. I definitely don't think it's a demon either. Maybe? I think it's already been 60 seconds and it hasn't hunted. Ultra explosion, that would be huge. It just was 60 seconds since the hunt, which makes me think it should have hunted earlier. Okay. Oh boy. But the demon should have also been stopped by the crucifix, right? Because it hunted on top of it. Not on Rio. This is spicy. I like this one. I like this one. This one is tough. Parabolic microphone. We haven't got a single noise from the pair mic, huh? Moroi is impossible, actually. Faith, Banshee. We need more salt. Remember the days of Wraithmare Demon, the good old days? Did you turn off the breaker? No, you didn't. Alright, I'm going to Are you back here? I actually need a... If it does a ghost event, that'd be perfect. Oh, it's not a miling either, because we can hear the footsteps clearly before it gets close enough to start making the flashlight blink. Okay. No shade. I mean, do we really know that? It started in the same room again. We were during a hunt. Going up the attic? Oh. Fuck you! Okay. I need a thermal, because I don't know. I don't know where the heck this ghost is. Which room it's in. It's being a sneaky son of a bitch. There should be a ghost that is immune to crucifixes, because I think that would actually make... Like, that would be another easy ghost for... Or like a hid... There could be a hidden ability of a fun ghost. Like a really strong ghost that also is immune to crucifixes. Dude, imagine you freaking poop your pants. How many hours have I played the game? 2144. Would have to be a low sanity hunting one. Why? What if it doesn't? I don't know. I feel like they could... It wouldn't be out of line with the amount... Oh, I'm dead. Shit, sprint. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, it's a fucking yokai? Oh god, maybe not. I wish I had a smudge, man! Oh. Wait a minute. Is he stupid? How the fuck am I gonna do a yokai test? You know what I could do? Just find me. Because it's gonna run out. It's gonna stop hunting soon, right? I think it was gonna find me. I think it was gonna find me. I think that's a case of non-yokai right there. Holy shit. Oh, wait, what? Okay, it's actually a wraith! After all we've been through! You son of a bitch! It threw something up there. Did you hear that? And it hasn't stepped in the salt ever. It's really a wraith, huh? Man, that shows you how different the runs can go. Just compare that to the run last time. Yeah, it's hunting from upstairs now. Because it teleported. What the heck, man? Why can't you use the motion sensor? Because I didn't know if the ghost was in that room and I didn't want to waste the salt because I only have 2 more. I think so. This seems extremely wraithy. It could be Banshee too, though. We need to get the salt. Or we need to, like, know if it's salt or not. And this is a cool one. Hello, ghost. Come over here. Gonna get over here. Yep, it's coming. Alright, it's not a yokai. Okay, not a yokai. Good to know. I'm inclined to say wraith based on the never stepping in the salt shenanigans. Now we just need to go to motion sensor. Okay, here you go. I'm placing this here. Does that even work? That would work, right? And we're just gonna make a wall of salt. Okay, now... Why was it never using the crucifix, though? That's extremely weird. Is it... Oh, wait! It's stepping... It's on the salt! It's standing on the salt and it's not stepping on it! Wait, what? Look at that! The fuck? That's a wraith. I've never seen that. All right, well, bye. That's amazing. That's so good. I don't think I've ever seen it work that way. Okay, so, I mean, obviously also makes a lot of sense because that is the ghost room and it's never stepped in the salt. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye, ghost. That was compare that to the first one where we instantly figured out that it was a wraith, and this one was an absolute struggle. Big difference. I mean, it should be, unless it was like, unless it was pixel perfect and it was standing right next to it, but then it doesn't make sense that it never stepped in it, right? I just don't believe it. And also, yeah, it also teleported to upstairs. So yeah, very cool wraith. A completely different scenario than the wraith before that one. So we definitely got one ability. We have 4 times that it teleported to us. So all right, that was actually really educational. No evidence with some very weird shenanigans with the 3 gins in a row. So yeah, let me know. If you enjoyed that, let me know if you're looking forward to the ghost guide. I don't know when exactly it'll be because it's always a lot of preparation on my end to make sure that I'm gonna tell you literally everything there is to know about the ghost. That's why I like doing no evidence so much, because I kind of can do it bite-sized. Like, I can explain the stuff that is happening in the game at that moment, and I don't have to also know, okay, but this and this and this and this and this I need to also tell, like, because it kind of means it's a lot more pressure for my brain. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the lovely gamers here in chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv or click the first link in the description down below. And if you want to watch more of me on the YouTube, once again, you can either watch the video, the no evidence that we did previously, which was extremely hard, a lot harder than this one, although this last one was a really good one. This was kind of like, this last one was kind of like how every run was in that video. And if you want to watch just any video, there's one in the middle of the screen right here. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around. Bye, guys. Have a good one.